Hello, my name is Andrea Gallegos. This is my multimodal presentation on the topic of ecology, discourse of UTRGB. First, we need to discuss what is an ecology discourse? A place defined by a network of myriad interconnecting and almost inseparable elements that all shape the rhetorical interaction and meaning that emerges from them. For example, an institution where multiple authors contribute and are part of a single network within an environment. An example of this institution could be UTRGB, where the students and faculty are the authors that make this interaction possible. In our group ideas for UTRGB Discourse Ecology, as a group we were asked to show how Edinburgh and Brownsville branches are different and how students feel about it. For example, Brownsville campus is close to Mexico, and Edinburgh campus has more variety of classes. Both branches are different, so students need to commute on a regular basis. This will serve as an introduction to find out how students play important roles in the making of this network of interactions. My idea of an ecology discourse. Students make the UTRGB network. Each UTRGB branch is different. It contributes to UTRGB's uniqueness. It is an inseparable network. Although each branch is different, the institution remains the same. Like I said, both branches share students, meaning interactions between Edinburgh and Brownsville are connected even when they are miles away from each other. Examples of how UTRGB is an ecology discourse. Edinburgh has more varied student activities. Brownsville is closer to Mexico, so students can always stay connected to their family members living in Mexico. This allows for cultural diversity. Both branches share students, and therefore they are both part of the same institution, sharing the Vaquero pride. The heart of the ecology, meaning the network, are the students. The students are the basis of UTRGB's uniqueness, and they make the ecology active, since they are the ones playing an important role in keeping these interactions between UTRGB Edinburgh campus and UTRGB Brownsville campus interconnected. Aspects of UTRGB's discourse ecology. A survey to understand how students feel and how students play important roles into making this network and interaction. The aspects that I have decided to include into my survey were academics, student life, interaction of Brownsville and Edinburgh campus, and the students' opinion about both campuses' interactions. First, which opinion best describes your opinion about UTRGB? Most of the students like UTRGB, although the graph shows that UTRGB needs changes to satisfy the students' needs. What campus do you prefer? Brownsville and Edinburgh are equally preferred options for students. Why do you prefer that campus? This was an open-ended question. Brownsville campus responses were closeness to family and home, due to Brownsville being close to the border with Mexico. Students feel that the campus is nice, is less crowded, and more green areas, since Brownsville campus is a bit smaller than Edinburgh. And students also prefer to go to the Brownsville campus because they are trying to avoid the commute to Edinburgh. Continuing. Edinburgh's common responses. The students who prefer to attend to the Edinburgh campus show that they like the Edinburgh campus because it is closer to home. They have more classes and organizations, and they are a bigger campus. To show more accurately the answers of our students, I have created a spreadsheet. Here we can see the students' opinions. I have divided them by Edinburgh and Brownsville. As you can see, the students prefer Edinburgh because it's close to home. they think has more variety, more stuff is offered, and they have more. It is the original campus. More activities are offered, but overall it is close to home. Same thing with Brownsville, close to home. They like to hang out with friends. It's close to family. Some people think Brownsville is nicer, and some people like it that it's less crowded, so it's easier to get into classes, and so on. Going back to the presentation. Which of the following best describes the Brownsville campus when it comes to student involvement? It is true that Edinburgh has more student involvement based on the students' responses. However, Brownsville has been getting more and more student involvement opportunities. We can see that in this graph right here. Right here. Although there is an increase in opportunities for student involvement, students still feel that there is a need for more organizations so they can feel more involved with the university. However, there is also still a lot of work to do to make the student organizations or the student life to become successful. Which of the following best defines the Edinburgh campus when it comes to student involvement? Like I said earlier, Edinburgh is the original campus, so student involvement is more active there. There are plenty of opportunities to get involved with an organization in the Edinburgh campus. The students over there feel like there is more opportunities to get involved. There is more variety in an organization, club activities, and socials. Students think that student involvement is mostly successful, which is good. We can see that Brownsville still has a long way to catch up with Edinburgh. Which of the following best defines Brownsville campus when it comes to academics? Brownsville campus offers only a certain classes or some majors, compared to Brownsville campus being offered a variety of classes. There is a big difference between the both responses. This is because Brownsville, again, is not the original campus. It was added later, and it is also due that Brownsville is smaller than Edinburgh. For this reason, some people prefer to go to Edinburgh for their classes. But at the same time, since there are not so many classes over here, the people that are going to Brownsville find it easier to get into classes. It is good to know that Brownsville, for the majority of the responses, those satisfy the academic expectations of students. Although there is still a lot of work to do to make more students feel more satisfied, and a possible cause that they might not be as satisfied with the academic expectations might be due to the variety of classes offered. In contrast with Edinburgh, which of the following best defines the Edinburgh campus when it comes to academics? The Edinburgh campus, as you can see, offers a lot of variety of classes. This is why many people like to go to Edinburgh. However, commuting from Brownsville to Edinburgh might be tedious. Edinburgh does not satisfy my academic expectations. I'm surprised that it's low. And that's very good for the institution. That means that UTRGV is doing a good job in meeting the students' expectations. Following. What option best represents one aspect of UTRGV that you would like to see improvement? The students would like to see more academic satisfaction, more variety of classes offered equally in Edinburgh or in Brownsville. They like to see UTRGV grow academically. Institutional administration is also a big one. Since UTRGB is relatively new, there is still a lot of institutional administration that must be improved, and this is great for the students to know and great for the university to know, because this will tie back into the network. Since there are both branches, it is difficult sometimes to synchronize the administration of both campuses. I think with more effort and with more student interactions, this can be accomplished. There are also other options here to increase in student interactions to strengthen the network. They would like to see more options when it comes to food offered. Institutional safety, which is a major portion for the ones that live on campus, and more opportunities for students to get involved with the university. How do you feel about UTRGB having 2 campuses? This is a very good question. Most of the students like how Edinburgh and Brownsville are together and share UTRGB's resources and student life. They consider too that the campuses complement each other, mainly because of student life, academic expectations. Programs are offered more in one campus than in another, so students find the need to commute on a regular basis. I am glad to note that the bar for people who do not like Edinburgh and Brownsville being together is increasingly low, which is good. That means UTRGB is doing a good job in uniting these both branches of the university. And there is also a portion of people that would like to have only one campus. They might be thinking due to commuting problems. Not everyone likes to commute 1 hour and a half to go to another campus. That's understandable. But they are working on it. They are working on having more variety of classes. How do you feel about UTRGB's student interaction between both campuses? This was also an open-ended response. Overall, the students feel that they are divided, but there are efforts to bring the 2 campuses together. As we can see, the students are working together to bring the interactions to work into a inseparable network. It is a work in process. Student efforts to strengthen the discourse ecology. Some examples would be UTRGB Facebook page, where both Edinburgh and Brownsville share their experiences, help each other out, and they're just a social page. Orientation and club fairs. That's also for the new students or for improving student life. Socials and organizations also for improving student involvement, student life. UTRGB Direct Center. This is where UTRGB students get to socialize more. They get to get each other, to get to know each other. Athletics. Athletics is mainly in Edinburgh, but it is also an active portion of Brownsville, and I think it is growing. The shuttle system. The shuttle system is a major portion of why these 2 universities are connected. I don't think there could be any communication between the 2 institutions or branches, if it weren't because of the shuttle system. Mentoring and tutoring programs also helping the students to help each other out, not feeling left out, and having someone who's there to help you, and cultural acceptance, which is a major portion of the Rio Grande Valley in general. To an end, UTRGB's discourse ecology is diverse. Edinburgh and Brownsville constitute the network of students. This ecology discourse is new relatively because the university is new, although there is a long way to go to strengthen interactions between students. Thank you.